Hello everyone, this is Lord Kurnion, and I am here with the the Army List introduction from the Brawler Bash tournament. Sorry I haven't been able to get around to these reports earlier. It's been a busy month with school and everything, so I thought it was time to finally get these up. So this is the Army List introduction so that I don't have to do this introduction every time I do a battle report in the future. So I took Chaos Legions. There's something to know about this tournament. The gap of victory does not matter in any game, nor does it matter for the tournament scoring. All that matters is how much you kill. You get 1 tournament point for every victory point you score, plus you get extra victory points / tournament points for obtaining certain objectives. All of the objectives rely on having fortitude. So yeah, general, BSB, banners and all that jazz. So that influenced a lot of my selections. I really wanted to focus on getting the scenario objectives because based on what I heard from a lot of people in previous years, they would, if they ignored the scenario objectives, they could drop multiple placings just because they weren't getting enough points. So that kind of influenced a lot of my list selections. It was uncomped entirely. So I couldn't go with my normal demons, or at least I felt like I couldn't go with my normal demons because I was worried about facing Banner of the World Dragon. And in that situation, it's just an army that I just can't win. And if I was taking demons and I happened to get unlucky and drew up against, say, I don't know, a Banner of the World Dragon Helm Bus, then I'm kind of shit out of luck, if you pardon the language. Because that one matchup would essentially hamstring my entire tournament. So I decided to go with Chaos Legions and include a bunch of Warriors elements. So, I went with, for my general, I have a Demon Prince level 4. He is Lore of Slaanesh with a spell familiar for a 5th spell. He has a 1-up armor, and he has Soul Feeder. So I really like the Lore of Slaanesh. I think it's a great lore. I think it's very underutilized. Obviously, this guy isn't as powerful as the typical Nurgle build with Death, but he's still pretty good, and Lore of Slaanesh, I think, plays into my army really well. I thought it complemented the rest of my force pretty well, so that's why I went with that. I also have a Doom Bull, Mark of Tzeentch, on a flying carpet with a 3-up ward, and a great weapon. The ward save Doom Bull is amazing. Being able to mark Beastman, particularly a Doom Bull with Tzeentch, is extraordinarily powerful. I love this guy. He did a lot of good things for me in practice games, and I was really excited to see how he would do in the tournament. I then have an Exalted Hero BSB. He's Mark of Tzeentch with a 3-up ward save and 3rd eye. He's riding a Demonic Steed with great weapon. He's all the stuff that you would basically expect. Okay, so the rest of the army is kind of interesting. So I just want to put this out there, I hate the Warriors of Chaos rugby team army. Like all the chariots and all that jazz with a Demon Prince and an Exalted Hero BSB on a steed. I hate that army. I hate facing it, I hate seeing it. It just doesn't remind me of what I expect a Warhammer army to be. It's like Bob the Demon Prince grabbed his 12 best friends and went to war. I hate that army. So it was my goal, my objective to not have that army. I wanted to get Warriors of Chaos infantry to work. So this first unit was kind of a throwaway unit. It kind of doubled also by having a banner. It's 15 Marauders of Nurgles with flail and with full command. So it has a banner to get fortitude if I need it, but I can also throw it away. It's not that many points, and round 3, I think it was... Yeah, it was round 3. There's a scenario where basically Final Transmutation is cast on all units within 6 inches of the center of the table. It casts Final Trans, and if one of your units that has Fortitude gets Final Trans cast on it, you get 100 extra victory points. And if you have the largest unit within 6 inches of it, by model count at the end of the game, you get an extra 300 victory points. So that's a potential 900 victory points you get by having a unit that you can just throw away and let Final Trans cast on it. So that's another reason why I had this unit. I just wanted to park them inside that 6-inch bubble and see if they can eat Final Trans 6 times. I then have 20 Warriors of Nurgle with full command and halberds, going into the idea of, once again, that I hate the rugby team. I had 6 Nurgle Ogres with full command and great weapon. I had 10 Furies. I also had 2 Tuskor Chariots. I realized I didn't put that in here at this point. I had 2 Tuskor Chariots, both Mark Slanesh. Then I had 2 Skull Cannons and 2 Hell Cannons. So, yeah, as you can see, I was kind of going with a bit, sort of a theme. I called this the Chaos Siege Army. It's very Nurgle heavy, aside from the characters. And it's got a bunch of war machines. Everything else is on foot. And so yeah, I kind of jokingly called this the Warriors of Chaos Siege Army, appropriate for the end times with all the cities of the Empire falling. But I wanted to see how this would do with all the shooting for a Chaos Army. So I have a lot of slow units, which is why I decided to go with Marcus Slanesh, having 2 spells that cause people to have random movement, and one of which can be cast in a bubble. It would really play into really help my units pick their combats. Forcing the enemy to get random movements, so my infantry units that are only movement 4, can get into position to punish them. So that was the idea. Here was the list. Post comments and questions below if you have any about this army. And yeah, look forward to a couple reports. Thanks, guys. Talk to you later.